Welcome to my channel. My name is Luna Affinity and I'm an energy reader and channeler. Sit back, get cozy, and get ready for some readings. Hey guys, I will be starting in just a second. I'm running a little behind. Bear with me. Hey Amy, I will be on camera tonight too. So just give me just a few minutes and I will be on, okay? Hey guys, thanks for bearing with me. So sorry. So sorry. I'm here, I promise. I'm gonna get on camera here in just a second. I'm hooking up my camera right now. We've been running around like crazy tonight. We spent probably, I don't know, 2 hours in Walmart trying to like find stuff. It's kind of crazy, bro. Crazy. Let me make sure my camera is working. All right, we're on. We're here. Thank you guys so much for your patience already. Okay, so Blooming Soul, I got your donation. Thank you. Amy, I got your donation. Perfect. Awesome, awesome. Thank you guys. As long as I can catch up with the free list within 15 minutes, then we won't extend the time. As long as I can catch up. Hey, RuPauli, thank you for liking. Appreciate you. Joan, Leo, and Aquarius, welcome in. Hey, True, how are you? Hey, Sarah, how are you? Hopefully you're doing good. Free is still going. We're still doing free. All right. Were you able to get my donation on Cash App? Yes. The donation came through at about 5 minutes ago, Amy. So yes, I did get it. Sarah, thank you for the donation. You're awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. All right. First free question of the night we have for Amy. Oh my gosh, I'm getting a yes, and it's the lovers. What the heck? Joan, Leo, and Aquarius. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Joan, I am getting a yes. And in addition to that, I think she'll like it, but I think also the people who see it will compliment her. All right. True community. Oh, 1-8. Oh, your thumbprint works on my phone now.
I already tried.
Yes, it does. I didn't take it off.
I know, I tried. It doesn't work.
Oh, I think it was your right thumb. Wait, it's not even registering anything. Let me see.
Am I dead?
Am I alive? Oh yeah, it doesn't look like it's working at all. Hold on. That's so weird. Yeah, I don't think it was your thumbprint. I think it was something else. I'm turning my phone off. I'll turn it back on in a second. True community, I am getting a no. I have the 4 of Cups. I know it says yes on the card, and occasionally I will take that as an answer. But for me, a 4 of Cups is a no, just because it talks about regret, refusing offers, missed opportunities. So it talks about not seeing what's in front of you. That might be important for you to kind of not focus so much on what you don't have and start being more open to what could be coming your way. Or like this could also talk about looking back a lot or trying to fulfill something with someone, like, and force something to happen. So you could be worried that you're missing out on opportunities elsewhere. So, I mean, I guess it could be a yes, so long as you feel that you are being very open to new options coming through, then I think that that could be a yes. You're welcome, Joan. Beautiful love, welcome in. I haven't seen you in a while. All right, so let's see. I have, oh my gosh, a yes, no. Yes, no, lovers, maybe. I think it's in the works, RuPauli. I'm gonna say yes, but you have a lot of conflicting answers here, so I'm not super confident in that, but I feel like it's a yes. Beautiful love. We know my soulmate's a hot mess. Is CDY thinking or missing beautiful love? Hey, very well. Thank you for joining us. I am getting a maybe, beautiful love. Wheel of Fortune, maybe. Possibly. This talks about karma, what comes around goes around. So I think that it's possible that he could be, what is the expression? Eating crow? There could be some regret here. God's daughter, hello and welcome in. If you have a yes, no question you'd like to ask, I'm happy to answer for free. True community about to donate because we need to talk. All right, True, that sounds good. Very well. Free question. Does Jordan recognize his feelings towards me? So, God's daughter, you might want to be a little bit more specific. Are you wanting to know, are you going to be a paid actor? Are you wanting to know if you're just going to act like on anything in general this year? Like, what specifically did you want to ask? Because by the sounds of it, you are an actor. But is there something specifically that you're looking to get a yes, no question on? Very well says, does Jordan recognize his feelings? Does Jordan recognize his feelings towards Very well? I am getting a yes. Ace of Pentacles. All right, try it now. Okay. You're welcome, very well. Oh, I see. Wow, because I heard he's not happy with his new life. So good to know. I'll give it more time. Thank you. You're welcome, beautiful love.
Where was it at?
There. I got your donation, girl. I got it. Amazon. All the way.
Is it an app?
Yep. So if you scroll top second one over. No, you were there. Top second. Yeah. Okay, so Blooming Soul, yes, no. Blooming feels she's met her future husband. Is this a yes or a no for Blooming Soul?
It's not on here anymore. So
here, you're gonna go to the list, and then it's that one right there. If you click it, it should bring you to the page. So Blooming Soul, did Blooming Soul meet her future husband? Is this a future partner for Blooming Soul? This is a future partner for Blooming Soul. Oh my gosh, Blooming! I don't think I have an answer for you, my love. I don't know. I'm getting yes, no. I'm not sure. Maybe you're not supposed to know everything about this connection right now. I'm getting conflicting answers. All right. So this is for God's daughter. I will post the donation list momentarily, just so everyone knows where they are. I am getting a no, God's daughter, a no. No for that question. Not this year. I know I never get an answer. Spirit wants me to find out. I know it's a surprise. Really? So you've asked other people? and you get mixed answers, or you don't get an answer. All right, I'm working on the donation list right now, just so everyone knows where they are. First person I have is Blooming Soul. Second I have is Amy. After that, we have Sarah. And then after that, we have Very Well. And that's my list right now. All right, let's see. Oh, Blooming, you said you just know in your heart. Oh, gotcha. You're welcome, God's daughter. All right, true community. What does M feel about the text tonight? True, I have your question. I don't think, True, I've gotten your donation yet. So I'll keep an eye on that for you. Can I get the free question I posted above? I don't know if I made it on time. Oh yeah, you made it on time. Sorry, Sarah. Hold on one sec. Sarah, will she like working NOC shifts? I am getting a yes. Queen of Pentacles. That's a working mama. Okay. Yeah, so first up we have Blooming Soul as the first donation. So if Blooming wants to post, you can do that now. And let me know, Blooming, what we're doing for you. Let's see. Blooming. I'd like one reading of guidance on what is it that I'm learning during this very intense energy. Okay. Blooming soul, you got it. And we'll do it in depth for you, okay? Hey, true community. I see that you've requested a refund for a yes or no question that I fulfilled earlier today. So I don't know if that was a mistake, if you meant to send money and you requested money. But just so you know, I definitely fulfilled that. So if that was an accident, just let me know. But either way, he said, okay, I'll let you type because I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, you said no, you didn't mean to do that. Okay. Beautiful love. Yes, I'll add you to the list. Absolutely. Yeah, so it said refund, but I declined it. So it might have just been an accident. I assume it was an accident. All right, we're gonna shuffle for Blooming Soul. I will update the donation list as those come in. True, I had a feeling that was the case, but I was like, she's literally asking a question tonight. I don't think that was intentional, but I don't know. Aw, well, thank you. Let me know once it's sent. True, I'll keep you in the same place, okay? I'll keep you in the place on the list that I originally had you as, so that way you don't get bumped to the end. Thank you. All right, so Blooming Soul says, one reading of guidance on what it is that I'm learning during this very intense energy. Eclipse has been teaching a lot, but it's put me through some great tests. I do feel support from Spirit, and I just want to know what I can do to better support me during this time in depth. Okay, you got it. Thanks, True. All right, one reading of guidance, please, for Blooming Soul. Yeah, 15, 20. Guidance for Blooming Soul, please. Okay, so Blooming Soul, I'm not sure which way this is supposed to. Okay, so Blooming Soul, if you consider yourself a very impulsive, spontaneous person, I feel Spirit saying dial it back a little bit. Maybe be a little bit more methodical in the decisions that you make. if you feel like you are very cautious and you do everything exactly the way you're supposed to, and you try to make everything as predictable as possible, they're saying that it's important that you loosen up a little bit. There's something here about needing to be impulsive or being impulsive, and I'm trying to decipher which one it is that you are. But basically, Spirit is saying that, if you feel like you're very much like Virgo energy, where you're like, I have to do this a certain way, I need to make sure that I know exactly what's going to happen and how to prepare, and I don't want any surprises, and I want everything to go exactly the way I want it and as planned. Spirit is saying kind of like relax a little bit, like loosen up a little bit. We can't control everything, that's life. So again, Blooming, if you resonate more so with you just do what feels right to you, you're very impulsive, you just make decisions based on how you're feeling, and that can change. And now I want to be clear, impulsive is not the same as spontaneous. Spontaneous does show a level of flexibility, but spontaneous can be like doing a last minute plans. Impulsive means that you typically don't think through anything ever. So there's that. Okay, if you can be both, that actually makes even more sense than I realized, because I'm over here going, I don't know which one she is, but she needs to like balance it out. So that makes a lot of sense, actually. No balance. So I feel like Spirit is saying like that's one of the things that would be really good for you, is to find that good, healthy middle ground for yourself. Let's see. And it's funny because you say that, and I would say I'm the same way. I would say I need everything structured and controlled, and everything needs to have a certain way. But at the same time, I get so exhausted being so in control that sometimes I literally just do shit and fly by the seat of my pants. And that's not always the best decisions, but I'm just so tired of like locking every single thing down every single second that then my other side of my Gemini kicks in and is like, you can have fun and you can just buy or do whatever you want. I'm over here like, but I can't do that because neither are good, right? Neither extreme of either of those things are necessarily good. Everything in moderation, everything in balance. So I think that's really important that you do that for yourself. Give yourself a little bit of credit because you do work hard, you do try hard. You have been actually going through probably a lot of cycle breaking recently. You're fire and water. So it's like you're constantly lighting yourself up and then extinguishing yourself. That's so funny. So you just like have that duality as well. You're a Leo, Blooming Soul. Are you a Leo, or what are you? What's your zodiac sign? Yeah, I'm a Gemini. You're a Gemini. That's very cool. You're a Leo and a Cancer. Okay. Where is your Cancer placement? So one of the things they said here is that you have success and you've tried or you've accomplished, and you don't take time to appreciate those accomplishments. Not really. I think that you appreciate them in the sense of, okay, I did that and I feel good about that. But I don't think that you necessarily always take time to be happy for yourself, celebrate, be in the moment of your accomplishments and your achievements, even if it's simple. Even if it's you made a new recipe and you're really excited about it and it's really good, celebrate that. you probably have a hard time with compliments. And so it's probably difficult for you to also think and celebrate for yourself as well with your accomplishments. So Spirit is saying like celebrate the small wins is very important for you, especially during this time. What is it? I think they said this year is the first time. I could be totally wrong. Let me see. Mercury retrograde 2023. Oh no, we only have 3 this year. Because I was gonna say, I swear I heard that we had 4 retrogrades this year, and that was like that sounded kind of insane to me. I hope that's not right. But yeah, there's a lot of astrological planetary events that are happening, which I'm sure you know of. Cancer cusp. Oh, Leo sun, Leo moon. Oh, I see. I see. Oh, you have a lot of Leo and Cancer. That's what you meant. Double Leo and Cancer. Hey, Jazz. Thank you so much. I'll add you to the list in just a second. Shamika, yes, you can donate if you like. Small wins. Thank you. Yes. I'm okay. Was wondering. Yeah, true. Are you a May Gemini or a June Gemini? Definitely celebrate the small wins, Blooming Soul. Whew. Okay, so blooming. I'm also getting that being isolated, I guess, or being solitary is more authentic for you. But you do concern yourself with the problems of other people because you're very caring. And so if someone comes to you and says, I have this problem, you want to be there for them. And I think that's important. It's definitely important that we help other people. But I also think that, again, with that is balance. Going through a time of trials and tribulations and whatever you're going through spiritually, it's exhausting, and it's really important that you don't constantly, let's hope it's not constantly, feel like you need to help other people with their stuff that they have going on, and not focus so much on what you have going on. You sometimes may have trouble making yourself a priority, and I think that's something else that Spirit is saying that you need to make sure that you do, because there are other people around you, not everyone, but I think you have good people around you. I just want to be clear, but I think could be some people that lean on you a little much, and they need to solve their own problems. Cancer moon takes over Sun Libra sign almost 24/7. Oh no. Your moon is Virgo Mars. I had a volume down. I couldn't hear you. Shamika, yes. You can donate. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Virgo, Gemini. I know I'm balancing that 100%. It is very loud for me. Yes. Okay. Blooming Soul, let me know if you have any questions about this. Okay, let me confirm donations, guys. Let's see here. Okay. True Community, I got you. Beautiful Love, I got you. Ajaz, I got yours as well. And I am going to put Shamika down. And Shamika, okay. Let me add you, Shamika. Shamika, I got you, girl. I got you. I got you. I will update the list in the chat in just a second. Can you tell me what's the overall energy you're feeling about this reading? What's the moon about and the King of Pentacles? So there's a Knight of Pentacles, if that's what you're referencing. This card to me was kind of tying in, this card right here was kind of tying in with the overall needing to have balance, because here this talks about impulsive energy, and here this talks about very cautious, predictable energy. So I was getting kind of like a duality here, and this was like that confirmation of the energy I was picking up. This talks about needing to do things in moderation, having perseverance, doing things methodically, thinking through things, and not just doing things impulsively. The overall energy that I'm sensing is that there could be some kind of energetic imbalance within you. I feel like I've been saying that word a couple of times, and I do feel like the main advice here is to focus within, focus on yourself. That would be the main takeaway that I would have with a reading like this, is that you're doing the work, celebrate those wins, but don't worry about other people needing your help or needing you to focus on them. The overall energy is like focus within, continue to work on yourself. Isolate if you need to, allow yourself that time to rest. This is a conservative energy, so it's like conserve the energy that you do have. And you're not abandoning anyone by focusing on yourself, but I do think that it's important that you kind of turn your back on things that don't really require your energy. And so there's two cards here depicting like kind of your back towards other people, but not in a bad way, just in a, I really am going through it right now. In order for me to not get ill or weak or drained, like I have to focus on myself, and you have to make yourself that priority. Shamika, you said you paid for in-depth, but you have a question. What is your question? Blooming Soul, you're welcome. Did you have any other questions about that? The reason I didn't go in detail into these specifically was just because they started to repeat the message, if that makes sense. So sometimes when I start seeing repeating messages, I know the spirit is saying like, that's it, that's all she needs to know. So I typically don't continue to repeat myself because I think that's a little redundant. But hopefully whatever I just said did add more to your reading, or you felt more understanding. Time is going by so fast tonight, you guys. I don't even know what's going on right now. This is crazy. Amy. All right, so we have Amy, Sayre, Very Well, True Community, Beautiful Love, Ajaz, and Shamika. Okay, so that is the list for all of y'all who are wondering. Amy, I have your question. Blooming Soul, again, thank you so much for the donation. I hope that I fulfilled your reading in full, and we hope to see you back again soon. Thank you guys for liking this video. Also, I appreciate that. Shamika says, William's been calling out, but I haven't talked to him. Is he missing me at all? William has been calling. Okay, so Shamika, is this the reading that you want me to do for you? Is this the in-depth reading? I just want to verify. I want to understand. So I posted the order of the donation list in the chat, and also you can take a look at this screen. All right, so Shamika, I will save your question for you, girl. What I'll do when it's your turn, Shamika, is I'll call on you to see if you're in here, and if you're not, that's okay. We'll timestamp your reading for you, and you can come back to it. All right, Shamika, got Shamika's question. Yes, ma'am, in depth. Okay, I may end up falling asleep and working nights. Okay, no worries. Well, I'll guarantee your reading to be done today, whether you're here or not. And I'm going to hold on to your question for you. All right, we're working on Amy now. If y'all want to see where you are on the donation list, just take a look at the list that I posted in the chat. All right, awesome. We're going to try to get through these pretty quickly. All right, why has Noah Taurus been seemingly distant in text? Or why do I feel an energy change? All right, first of all, let's see. Is there an energy change between Noah and Amy, please? Is there an energy change here? Okay. We have a maybe. Okay, so why does it seem like there's an energy shift, please? Why does it seem like there's an energy shift? Why does there seem like there's an energy shift? Is he pulling away from her? Okay. I am getting a no that he's not pulling away from you. Why does she feel there's an energy shift? Why does she feel there's an energy shift? Okay, so I'm getting that there may be, that he might be kind of pulling away a little bit. Not pulling away, I'm sorry, that there may be an energy shift, but I'm getting that he's not pulling his energy back from you. So there could be something going on with family. We have the Four of Wands, which is like the family card, and he could be self-isolating. There could be family disappointments. The Three of Swords being the center of the reading does speak to heartache or frustration. And he's saying it's not on you. So like he's not pulling back his energy from you. But there could be like a family dynamic here. Rocky's World, you can donate if you'd like. By the way, Luna, I did text him how I appreciate the time and hang out. We do, and I do enjoy hanging out with him. That's nice. That's nice. Are you saying that maybe, or do you feel like there's been a pullback from the energy because he hasn't responded yet? I do see self-isolation. That's a big thing here. But I don't know, girl. I don't think it's about you. I really don't. Like, there's been other readings where it's like, okay, maybe you came on too strong, or maybe there's interest in someone else, or maybe they just decided they changed their mind. But like with this person, I'm not getting that. I'm not getting any of those things. I'm getting this is all like self-inflicted isolation. And they said that he's not pulling his energy back from you. So maybe you're noticing an energy shift within him, not necessarily within your dynamic together, but maybe just you notice a shift within his energy specifically. Yeah, I don't think this is about you. There could be something going on personally. It's specifically showing family issues, family disappointment, reaching a limit of frustration, and self-isolating. So just know, just kind of ride this wave out a little bit. I would say, you know, give it a day or two and see. Because I don't think this has to do with you, though. I just really don't. No, just if you can keep telling yourself this is a shift within him, not within us, this is a shift within him, that will help you differentiate and maybe not make you feel so worried. Yeah, sometimes people just go through highs and lows. But the fact that he responded so kindly to you and he gave you that time, you know, it's good. It's a good sign. And I think that he might just be going through some personal stuff. Maybe he doesn't feel you guys are close enough yet to talk about it or something. I don't know. Or maybe this is just how he handles things. Maybe this is just his process. Because you know I'm anxious as fuck. Yeah, I know. I know it. Rocky, I got your donation. Thank you. All right, so next up we have Sarah. Yeah, Amy, I honestly think this will clear itself up. There's nothing really that you've got to do right now. Let him process whatever he needs to process. And when he reaches out to you again, just ask him how his day was, you know, and see if he's willing to open up to you at all. But if he doesn't say anything or he says my day was fine, then I would just leave it at that. But you can always leave yourself open to talk for him to talk to you if you feel like that's something you want to say. But I definitely wouldn't highlight the fact that you felt an energy shift. Maybe just ask him how he's doing. Try not to assume anything. But otherwise, I think just be you. Just, you know, be available if he wants to confide in you, you know. Rocky, yes, you can send your question and go back and rewind tomorrow. Absolutely. Anyone who wants to leave their question with me and head out, you can. Amy, you're welcome. Yeah, because I know today we could possibly be hanging out again and going to another farm. Oh, gotcha. And I hope we do hang out. Me too. Thanks again, Luna. I was so happy you came on live. As Noah kind of did. It's great timing. Yeah, I'm psychic. I'm just kidding. Maybe I am. I don't know. All right, Amy, you're welcome. All right, Rocky, I have your question. You're very welcome. Good night. Sleep tight. Just a reminder really quickly, anyone who wants to leave their question with me and head out, feel free. I will answer your question tonight and you can come back and watch tomorrow. I know that it's getting late. Everyone has to go to bed. So no worries on that. Hey, Nessa, welcome in. Sarah says, wanted to get a 10 card on how things will go between Joseph and I as time goes on and we have worked with each other more. All right, let's see. Curious and bored. Curious and bored. All righty. Sarah, I've got your donation to add on. So Sarah, how are we breaking this up for you? Do you want like a BOGO? Or do you want this to be a 10 card? Okay, I see. Never mind. I see what you said. So this one is a 10 card and then you're going to post for a 5 card. I got you. All right, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and close my list right now. I went over a little longer than I said, so I'm going to close it. Sarah, yes, you can do a BOGO. Sure, you can do a BOGO. We'll do that for you. Hey, Paula, how are you? Everyone get your last minute donations in right now because I will be closing the list. I will honor anyone who's in here who wants to add to their reading, or anyone who is in here right now and wants to donate. I will accept those donations, but we are officially closing the list to anyone new. All right, Sarah, I have your second question. Okay, shuffling for Sarah now. You know what, Sarah? Something tells me that he is in a relationship. Or he's in an on again, off again, or a recently off. I don't know. There's something feels very committed about him. I suppose time will tell, but if you don't know his relationship status, just kind of keep that in the back of your mind. Something just feels very much like he's attached, like he's connected. I'm sure there's more information. I'm just trying to answer the chat really quickly. You said, oh, yeah. I don't know. It's like he's invested in someone. I have the 7 of Pentacles. I also have the 4 of Wands. I specifically asked if he was in a relationship and I got multiple yeses in a row. So at a minimum, I feel like he's attached. I feel like he's connected to someone from the past. And yeah, I don't know. I think, no, I could be way off base. Honestly, I could be completely wrong, but something feels like he's kind of already involved with someone or something. I suppose something could come of this between you guys, but I think it's going to be a while. I really do. I think it's going to take some time for him to work through this, whatever this is. And I was like, okay, well, what if these cards are talking about a relationship that could form between you and him? And then Spirit shows me 6 of Cups, like reconciliation. So like this would be a situation, I feel like Spirit's kind of telling me again, like, no, this isn't them. This is something from the past. Karmic ties working themselves out. True, yes, I have your question. I got it at 12:57. What feel about my text tonight? I have your question, and then we have 2 people ahead of you. It's that 6 of Cups. That's what's getting me, I think. Because the 6 of Cups is like returning to the past, you know? And again, it's making me feel a little bit like on again, off again stuff. But I feel like they're kind of on again right now. And I feel like with the Emperor too, it's kind of him saying like he's pretty in it. The Emperor is usually unchanged or unmoved, and it means that they're kind of serious, or like from their perspective it seems kind of serious. We also have the 4 of Wands here. I mean, I assume you didn't see a ring on his finger. If you didn't look, maybe check next time just in case, but that doesn't mean he's not like involved, you know. But this does talk about marriage. So I don't really know. I feel like almost like until we sort this part of it out, it's going to be kind of hard to tell what the future of the connection would be. But I guess it's good to have this in your back pocket just in case, this information. Because like the Emperor is like husband. So either he sees himself as someone's husband, or maybe it means a dad. Maybe he could have children and like there's still connection to the ex. Or he just feels very committed. Oh, he is a dad. Okay. Because this talks about childhood. And this symbolizes father and husband. What did you say? Ew. Blech. I don't like that. That is so gross to me for some reason. So we both work the same shift because of our obligations. Interesting. Does he have an ex-wife? Has he been married before? Something about this person that he's been involved with previously is still involved here. I don't know how messy this can get. Like, I don't know if it's not showing he's a widow. I'm just saying, like, I don't know if he's a widow and he's still healing from that, or if he's just a co-parent and trying to navigate through that relationship as a co-parent. But there's a lot of things indicating here commitment. That's why I'm a little confused. Is he in a relationship? I already asked this question and I got a yes, so I feel like I probably shouldn't question it, but is he in a committed relationship? Is he involved with someone else romantically? Yeah, there's some history here with this person. There's history here, and I feel like they're still connected. Whoever this person is, I'm not getting a no. I'm mostly getting yeses, but regardless, they're still connected. So I think that maybe that situation has to sort itself out before we could see what could potentially happen with you guys. I'm interested to see, Sarah, if you can get more information. Like, you can be nosy tomorrow. And then maybe come back with more insight. Because that will kind of help me lock down the details more specifically. This is a very vague, broad. This could go either way right now, but yeah, I think some of this will resonate for you tomorrow though. All right, so second question of your BOGO. For sure, yes, I'm going. Someone find out. What does Spirit want Sarah to know? After Sarah, we have Very Well. Very Well, if you're here, feel free to check in with me. Hey, Very Well. If you're ready, you can post your question. Sarah, also earlier today, you left. Did you ever get a chance to go back and watch your reading? What does Spirit want Sarah to know? What does Spirit want Sarah to know? Whoa. Reverse. Losing time, bad timing, losing momentum, too fast of a pace, wasting time, delays, blocked creativity, not learning from past mistakes. Again, delays. You have 3 cards here. Literally 3 cards here talking about delays. Oh, you're welcome, Sarah. I just want to make sure because I was going to tell you what the timestamp was because I forgot to put it in the comments. You're welcome. So I think Spirit's kind of saying, Sarah, don't get ahead of yourself. Don't go too far past where you should be. You could be like thinking this and thinking that, and what if I do this and what if I do that, and what if I try to, I don't know, pursue this with this person or pursue this situation, or what if I, and I feel like Spirit's kind of saying, girl, that's too much. You're getting a little ahead of yourself. So this talks about maybe not learning from past mistakes. And then this card here literally talks about you keep going back to the past, and maybe that's not where you should be, or something like that. They're saying make sure that you're being authentic to yourself in the decisions. Find out what your motivations are, I guess. Figure out what your motivations are for doing what you're doing or wanting what you're wanting. If you can figure out what the motivation is as to why you want what you want, maybe that'll help you figure out if, like, for instance, the job that you're looking at is what you want. Do you want the job, or do you want the feeling that the job gives you, or both? Do you want the person, or do you want the feeling that the person could give you, or both? Because when you find out the motivation behind something, then you can really separate the details from that and decide, am I just looking for this, and this is a solution to make that happen, or do I really want that thing? The dating scene is just so bad, and I've been single so long, I think I'm just overweighting. I can understand that. Yeah, I can understand that for sure. Lots of power to you to be dating in this day and age, in all honesty. I definitely, my heart goes out to you, all of y'all that are dating at this time. It's like, it sounds like kind of a lot and not ideal. But I do believe that you can find what you're looking for now, just the way that you could any other time frame, any other year in history. You can find what it is you're looking for. It's just a different way now. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe Spirit is saying you're like looking in all the wrong places right now. You're like juggling too much, and it's important that you dig deep and figure out, like, so maybe that's what it is, Sarah. Maybe like for you, you're just like, I want a committed relationship. I'm ready to have a partner, an equal, someone that I can do life with. And then the people that you're thinking about, maybe you're just thinking, could this be a potential? Could this be a potential? Or could that be a potential? And you're not really thinking about, like, would I really want this person to do life with? Like, really, really deep down? Or are you just looking to fill that void of, like, wanting a partner? And it could be a little bit of both. It really could be. But Spirit is just kind of saying, like, don't get too ahead of yourself. Because I see you here, the Seven of Cups, with, like, all the different thoughts of, like, well, what about this or what about that? And this doesn't just mean about, like, relationships. This could mean jobs, or this could mean starting a hobby and then not following through with it, because before you know it, you're picking something else up. Geminis are very known for that, so I understand that. I don't know if you do or not, but basically this could just be with anything. It's like the follow through needs to be there. And if you jump from one thing to the next, the universe has a hard time keeping up, because they're like, universe is like, what do you want from me? You go from this person to this person to this person. Oh, this actually is reminding me of a divine message that I gave to someone, and I can't remember who it was, but I was just reminded of it. So, like, let's just say you're going after a person. We'll do it this way. You're going after person A, and then you're going after person B, and you're going after C. And this is you up here at the top, okay? So you're like, okay, person A, I really want person A. And then you go, wait, but person B would be kind of cool, okay? Wait, C is interesting. What about C? Okay, but B, I don't know. B is kind of cool. Wait, what does A think about me? And if you just stuck with one person, let's just say you just stuck with one person, That entire time you were bouncing back and forth, D could have made his way to you. But because you were going from this person and stop, this person and stop, this person and stop, then this person, and then maybe a little bit more on this person, and a little more on this person. If you just focused on the one that you thought would probably be ideal for you, it could get to you a lot faster. And every time you bounce around to different people and the universe is trying to fulfill your order, they're trying to say, okay, you want person A, let's get it going for you. And then you stop that, you pause it and move on to the next. And it's like, yes, these people could eventually get to you. But I think that it would take a lot longer than if you were to just either, number one, allow the universe to work for you without trying so hard to focus, or if you would just allow yourself to put your mind on one person. Ideally, you don't put your mind on anyone and you just let whoever is going to get to you the fastest get to you. But a lot of times, like, and that was actually something I had said to someone else a long time ago, so that may or may not apply to you, but I just thought that it was kind of fitting. The spirit is just like, we're trying to give her what she wants. We want her to have what she wants. But number one, she needs to ask us. And number two, we have to make sure that we know exactly clearly what it is she's looking for, so that way we can make that happen for her. Yeah, it's a bad habit. I don't know why I do this, because I feel like I do it with other things too. But I think it's because I don't trust. Well, there's an intuitive message for you right there. Like, you pretty much just said it. That's actually pretty deep. So maybe a good message from spirit would be to trust a little more, And you know what's funny, Sarah? One of the biggest things I will say that has helped me with manifesting what I want is just focus on what I want. I don't focus on how it's going to happen. And you're going to have to rewire your brain. As long as you don't worry about the how, you just worry about the what, everything will fall into place. You have to forget the how, because the how can happen in so many different ways. So many different ways you can get what you want. But if you focus on the how, then you're not trusting, and then it's not going to happen. So if you want an amazing job, ask for an amazing job, but don't focus on the how. Don't go, okay, well, if I apply to Elephant Journal, what the fuck? If I apply to, what's the different like hiring places, like Indeed.com, or I apply here, I apply there, and I come up with a plan. I apply to like 10 different places every single day, and I make sure that I'm interviewing at least once. Like, if you're thinking about the how so much, it's not going to come to you very easily. If you want like $1,000 and you think about the how, what you're doing is you're restricting yourself. You're limiting yourself, because there are probably 10 different ways that how could happen that you haven't even thought about, that you don't even realize is an option out there for you. But when you restrict yourself to the how, then you don't allow yourself to have all of these opportunities that you didn't even think of. So every time you want something, think about what you want, but don't think about how it's going to happen, because it can happen in any way. If you want $1,000, it could come in a refund check. It could come in a gift card. It can come in an anniversary gift. It could come in I don't know, like a credit, like it could come in so many different ways, but you're just thinking about how to make that $1,000, then you block yourself off from all the other ways that it can happen. So that's just a little message for you. Sarah, I hope you enjoyed your reading with me. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle for very well, but I think that's pretty big. I guess I just will full circle back to what you said about trusting. That's really, really key. You're welcome, Sarah. Absolutely. Very well says, can you please, whoops, can you please see what will happen between Jordan and me once they tell him that I want a normal relationship with actions? When you tell him or when someone else tells him? Oh, okay. Once she tells him she wants a normal relationship, what will happen? Okay, so I got you a couple extra cards very well. I think your name's Katie, if I'm not mistaken. Just because some cards came out together, so I'm just rolling with it. I think I think it's gonna be very hard to change him, and it's gonna be very hard to change his mindset. Coming through as the Emperor means that he is unmoved, unchanged. He is who he is through and through. There's not really much changing his mind. He's like a rock. He's stable. He's the same. He's not really going to be open to change. I think he will say, okay, got it. I pretty much knew that, but I guess it's good that you told me, and we can clear the air. But I think I see him moving on. I asked if you will like the outcome, and I am getting a no. I asked if he would change. I'm getting a no. And with the Three of Cups and Seven of Pentacles, this talks about Three of Cups is like third party. So he could be considering investing his time in other places, maybe even possibly with other people. I don't know. I think the problem is the commitment aspect of it all. Yeah, I think he's gonna say, I wish you the best, but maybe it's best that we move on separately. I'm seeing here with a Ten of Wands and some endings. I'm seeing feeling like a loss here in this connection. I think that he's known probably for a while what you wanted. But when you finally like outright tell him, outright communicate this, I think he's gonna say you deserve that, and I'm not the person to give that to you. Yeah. It's a lot of time here. Can talk about the nail in the coffin, like the final. I'm not seeing that per se. I think he might do this song and dance with other people for a while. He might try to do what he did with you with someone else. It's possible eventually, but I don't see that anytime soon. Like, not necessarily. Like, I don't think he's gonna go from you and jump into something else unless he has already started something with someone else. You're welcome. All right. So True is next. True community, if you're here, go ahead and check in with me. Have a good night, Katie. All right, True says, what does M feel about my text tonight? So, True community, M is wondering what your intentions were with this text. Thank you. I just sneezed. Usually when my nose gets itchy or I sneeze, it like means that communication's coming through. We do have the 8 of Wands. So 8 of Wands is sudden communication. So for him, this could have meant like the text message came unexpectedly. So maybe what you said came unexpectedly, or the actual text from you itself was unexpected. This could also indicate that he intends on communicating with you further about the text that you sent. But I think for him, it was just like information coming at him or text messages coming at him. And I think that right now he's kind of in an independent energy. I don't really know. This right here is kind of telling me he's kind of trying to do his own thing. So I'm curious, like, what exactly you guys communicated about. I do see here with the 2 of Swords, a stalemate, a truce, sitting on the fence. So if you said something to him that you're looking for a response from, I think he's kind of... I think you might be waiting for a little while to get a response from him. This kind of says, I don't really want to talk about it. I want to pretend like something didn't happen. So for example, if you send a message and you're waiting for him to respond and he knows that he needs to respond to you, you might not get what you wanted out of that message. It just feels like kind of torn. I feel like for him, he doesn't know what to say or how to react. There is intention to respond to you, but I think whatever it was just like, I don't know if this was like a lot of information coming at him. He's kind of showing like a lot of things coming towards him, a lot of things that he just either didn't expect, or maybe it was multiple text messages back to back to back to back. I don't know if this was like an offer or a proposal or a request, or yeah, I'm not sure. I'm like, that's why I said I'm curious what the conversation was about. But I think number 1 overall, it was something about it felt sudden or surprising or unexpected. 2, I think he was curious what your intentions were. And then 3, I think he's kind of hanging back and processing. So again, if you are expecting a response from him, I think he has intentions to, but I don't know if it's going to be of substance or a lot of information back to you, or communication. So true community, that is what I've got. Hope this resonates. I'm going to move on to beautiful love. Beautiful love, if you're here, please check in with me. After beautiful love, we have a Jazz. After Jazz, we have Shamika and then Rocky. Hey, beautiful, you can leave your question or drop your question. Just wanted to let you guys know that you're more than welcome to add to your reading if you're currently on the donation list. But for those of you who are just now joining us, the list is closed for the night. We're still working through some readings. You're more than welcome to hang around if you'd like. Beautiful. You can post if you're ready. Go for it. What would spirits like to show me about Brandon and John? These are two guys I've been messaging here and there, but haven't actually spoke with them on the phone. Both of them messaging me asking when will I text them, but I told them I will when I'm ready to. Okay. So, beautiful love, we are doing a BOGO for you. Okay. Did you want one of the BOGO questions to be about Brandon and one to be about John? Are we splitting it up that way? Or are you trying to fit all of this in one question for your first question? To one. Okay. Got you. All right, so I see first off, Brandon's a bit of a flirt. First of all, you have Ace of Cups with both, which means that they have attraction to you. Something serious is probably more likely with John. Brandon is coming through as someone who's a bit unconventional, challenges the norm. He may be open to relationships, but something about his commitment style is a little bit different. So he may not want to get married, or he may want open relationships, or maybe it takes him a while to settle down, or maybe he is a part of the LGBTQ community. Maybe, I don't know. There's just something here unconventional about him in particular, that he kind of challenges tradition a little bit. So I feel like something serious could happen. Oh no, desperate. I feel like something serious could happen, but I do feel like you're kind of in for maybe a little bit of a surprise there. I think he's a flirt. I think that's what it is. I think he's a big flirt. I think he's very interested in you. We have the Ace of Cups in both, so this is talking about they both are equally interested in you. Now, I don't know how you feel about them, but they're showing like long-term, long-lasting connections more likely with John. But there may be more passion and excitement and fun with Brandon. Brandon's coming through pretty mature though, which I do like. He seems like he has a good head on his shoulders. He's very passionate, and he actually is loyal too. So, there's something to be said about someone who, will or will not commit to you, but is loyal to you. That just is personal preference. I think John, he's showing that he's gone through like a big change in his life. So, they talk about life-changing events like a death or a marriage or a change in jobs or loss of a family member, or I don't know, career changes. I'm trying to think, but like he seems to be transitioning into a new chapter right now. I think John is a little bit quiet. I would say he's probably more quiet than Brandon is, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. I think that he's a team player. I think that you could build a foundation of friendship here with John, but at the same time, John might be more of a friend zone situation for you, depending on your feelings for him. Brandon lives too far. He's desperate. He didn't wait for me to message back. Kept asking if I was going to text him, and he wasn't trying to bother me. Oh, dear Lord. He doesn't live in his mom's house, does he? Uh-oh. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think something more substantial could happen with John, but I'm not getting a sense of your feelings about it. So that could be clouding things for me. But I don't know. Something tells me that you're just going to friend zone John. You might friend zone Brandon too, but also like the attention is nice, right? The attention from someone feels nice, but at the same time you get it, right? So beautiful love, you're going like, this is nice, this is flattering that he wants my attention and he's trying to communicate with me, but like it's a little much. So now you understand what it's like to, or maybe you already know, but you can sense the feeling of what it's like when someone's really trying to pursue you and wants to talk to you and is not on the same page as you. That like chasing energy, like they always say, if someone's chasing you, you're gonna run. So he's like chasing after you and you're kind of like mentally you're just kind of like, okay, slow down. So yeah, I think that's kind of what it is. But if you're wanting to know, like, are they both equally interested in you? Yes. He doesn't seem to pursue you. Interesting. He kind of keeps to himself. Yeah, I get that. He's a very conservative energy. That's what I was saying. I was saying I think he's pretty quiet. He keeps to himself. He's a good friend. But there's more potential here for something long lasting. They both are giving you Ace of Cups though. So to me, that feels like they feel the same way about you. Just one is more passionate and vocal and outgoing with it, and one is more reserved. Don't underestimate John as far as his thoughts about you, because people display feelings differently. Just because this person is actively extrovertly and like passionately and outgoing and all that stuff pursuing you doesn't mean this person doesn't feel this the way this person does. They're just a different type of person. They handle things differently. So don't write this person off right away based off of the fact that he's not treating you the way this person is, because they're different people. But you know, actions always speak the loudest. So oh, he likes your humor. That's such like a nice, sweet compliment. When someone compliments your character, I feel like that's always just so much more personal. Well, you don't have to choose right now. That's the good thing. What's your second question? Hey, Jazz, if you're here, you can post your question. All right, beautiful love. Would like to know CDY likes his new life with his mistress versus with me. All right, does CDY like his new life with his mistress versus beautiful love? I'm gonna say yes and no, and I'm getting conflicting answers for a reason. So overall, and I know this probably hurts, but overall, yes, he does like his new life better. He doesn't feel a sense of as much obligation. He doesn't feel like there's as much as that he needs to do, that he needs to keep up with. There's a sense of relief that comes with not being someone's husband or like provider or like equal partner. I think for him, there was a role that was played that he had to because of who he was to you, that made him feel like there was a lot more that was expected of him. Even if he didn't follow through with it, he still felt that pressure. he was avoidant and he did not do the things that he probably should have done to help you and be a real partner to you. And so I feel like with that overall, he does feel that sense of relief because he doesn't feel that sense of obligation. And the sad part is that it should have never been obligation to begin with. It should have been just something that he wanted to do because of how much he cared about you and how much he loved you. But he saw this as like a sacrifice versus like, I don't know. I hate to say beautiful love, but it does kind of seem like he was using you in the situation, or at a minimum, maybe not using, maybe that's a strong word, but he was at least taking advantage of the situation. And I feel like he feels less pressure on himself now. Now, the reason I'm getting yes and no, the no part, is because he still is finding himself in similar situations and he's having to rely on people that he doesn't want to have to rely on. So he's now relying on someone else, like he was relying on you, and now he feels like he's in this place that's kind of where he's repeating the same patterns. So it's not as much pressure, it's a little more relief with this mistress, but it's still like the same song and dance. It's like the same thing that he's going through over and over again. And so in a way, he kind of feels like, well, I guess it's better, but it's not much better, is kind of what I hear him saying. And he's done this to himself. Like, he's put himself in this position. This was his choice. He could have taken the hard way. He could have laced up his bootstraps and got to work and did what he needed to do. But no, he wanted to take the easy way out. He wanted to rely on a queen. He was not ready to mature. He was seeing what's the easiest way, what's the path of least resistance to get me through this next phase, and he chose the easy way out. He chose to now attach himself to someone, and he finds himself in a very similar situation than he was before. And maybe at first it seemed great, at first it was new, it was different, but there's only so much that someone can do for you without expecting a little bit of help in return. And I do feel like he keeps just sticking himself in the same situations. I'm surprised because I've been there for him and waited for him all those many years. I know that's what hurts, I'm sure. You know, it's like such a slap in the face for you, right? Because you're just like, what did I do that for? What did I put myself through that for? Why was I holding on for this? You know? It's tough. But yeah, I mean, overall, I guess you could say he's happier. I don't know if that's because, he was your husband and he felt an obligation, like a greater sense of responsibility that he didn't want to have. And maybe now, since he's just like the boyfriend or whatever, or like maybe they don't even have a title, maybe there's less pressure there, but I still think that he's experiencing similar themes that he was when he was with you, though. All right. Beautiful love, he's dumb. Beautiful love. Thank you for your donation. Next up, we have Ajaz. Ajaz, I've been calling on you for a little while. If you're here, please check in with me. Okay, thank you so much. You're welcome, beautiful love. Thanks for stopping by. It was good seeing you. Jazz, if you're here, please check in with me. Okay, 1 second. Hey, Jazz, if you're here, please check in with me. All right, it looks like Jasmine's not here, so we're going to move on to Shamika. Shamika, we are about to do yours. If you want to check in with me if you're here, let me know. If not, we will just timestamp your reading. Oh, Jazz, hey there. Hey, girl. Go ahead and post your question. I'm going to refresh really quickly. It looks like my stream is getting a little blurry. what was May's true intentions with wanting to spend time with Jazz tonight? What was May's true intentions with wanting to spend time with Jazz tonight? So I'm getting that she wanted to bring harmony back into the relationship. She's looking for some type of like betterment of the connection. Maybe if you guys have been kind of at odds with one another, or things have been kind of rocky, she's looking for things to be better between you guys. Balance, peace. She wants to feel good about your connection. This card also talks about forgiveness or compromise. I think that also, Jazz, you bring this person peace as well. Like being around you brings them peace. And that could just be, that honestly could be the sole motivation for someone to wanting to be around you. I do feel like their defenses are up, or like their guard is up still, or maybe they're sensing that from you. I feel like they wanted to see a way out of conflict or trouble. Sorry, I had to sneeze. So I guess it would just depend on how terms were left with you guys. But let's just say before hanging out, or before telling you they wanted to spend time with you, you guys were at odds, or maybe the connection wasn't as strong as it could have been. I do feel like this person wanted a way out of that. They wanted, again, this reoccurring theme of just wanting things to be better, feeling like you guys were at a standstill or at an impasse, and just really wanting that energy between you guys to change. Now, the Justice card in reverse does talk about a lack of accountability, or being avoidant is also an energy here. So if that feels accurate, that's being acknowledged. It's pretty much what I'm getting right now. But Jazz, if there's anything you want to clarify for me, feel free. If this makes sense, then I will let the reading come to a natural end. But if you have any questions, let me know. We took things to the next level. We did things haven't been the same. I have my guard up with her because she plays games with me. Okay, so that makes sense with the guard being up, that I was sensing and wanting things to change between you guys. But I see the avoidant here. I see the not holding themselves accountable and being avoidant. If you're wanting to know if this person just wanted to hook up and like that was the only intention, I want to say I don't think that was the case. She's confused about what she wants from me as far as a connection. Well, what I can say is she feels good around you. She feels at peace around you. She enjoys her time with you, and maybe she was looking to feel something more when that happened. maybe she was looking for clarity or something. And so maybe that was part of the intention. But remember when I said she was looking to better the connection? It's possible that she just was like, you know what, let me spend more time with her. Let us like let things happen naturally, let things unfold. Almost like she was just trying to see something, like she was trying to test something out or see if maybe she could get clarity within hanging out with you. And I don't know if she got it. I mean, it still feels like there's things at a standstill. I used those words, I believe. So I feel like maybe there's still like this level of uncertainty right now where she's trying to gain perspective. The Hangman talks about needing to gain perspective and look at things differently. So there could be this feeling of just needing to get clarity. Maybe she felt if she spent time with you one more time or saw you one more time or I don't know, maybe she's just trying to go deeper into this. Maybe she was trying to like see if she could build a deeper connection. I agree, Jazz. 100%. You're not an experiment. If she didn't know then she's not going to know now, and you don't have to sit here and wait for her to figure it out. I 100% agree. Jazz, thank you so much for your donation and stopping back in with your question. I hope that gave you at least the clarity that you needed to make a decision about this person. And I also am sorry, like, if this just added more confusion to you, you know, everything that happened between you guys. You're welcome. Shamika, William has been calling, but I haven't answered his calls. Talk to him. Is he missing me at all? William has been calling, but I haven't answered his calls. Talk to him. Is he missing me at all? Whoops. Yeah, Jazz, that's probably a good idea. I support that. And honestly, if you said, hey, what's your advice? That's what I would have told you. But at the same time, I didn't necessarily want to like offer just unsolicited advice. All right, Shamika. William has been calling, but I haven't answered his calls and talked to him. Is he missing me? Girl, 100% yes. 100%. He's definitely missing you. I think just the fact that he's trying so hard to get through to you, number one, is like, you don't have to be intuitive to know that. But I do feel like it is definitely something that he is doing. He is missing. He's also, I think, wondering, well, what the hell is going on? Like, why aren't you communicating with him? Especially if you're acting different, Shamika. So, like, you may have always been available, and now you're like, I'm not going to be as available. He's going to have to figure it out. He's noticing that change. He's noticing that switch up. You're moving different, and he's figuring that out. And I feel like, honestly, it's making him attracted to you and attached to you even more. I think that he's like, what the fuck? And I think that honestly, he'll continue to pursue you. I honestly think that until, you get back to him, you can expect to hear from him for a while. Now, it may take a temporary pause. Like, let's just say he calls you again and you don't answer. Maybe he stops for a little bit because his ego is bruised and he's like, man, fuck this. But he'll be back. He'll try again later. He'll eventually have amnesia and forget that you weren't communicating with him, and he'll try again and see if maybe this time around you'll respond to him. So I think that slow and steady, I think that kind of means expect continuance. This is actually making him work a bit harder, I feel. And I think that the change up here of the fact that you usually make yourself available and now you're not so available anymore really has him questioning what the fuck is going on. How is William feeling about Shamika? How is William feeling about Shamika? Okay. So there has been an energy balance restored. So a lot of times when I see the Six of Pentacles, I think, okay, there's some type of energy imbalance or effort imbalance within the connection, meaning one person is putting more effort into this than the other person is. And I feel like this card is signifying that things are now reversing. So like at one point you were putting more into this and you stopped, and then now he is, right? So like now it's the energy balance or whatever you want to call it is restoring. Now he's putting more effort into this than you are. So I'm seeing a lot more investment and energy coming from him towards you. He's making decisions based on impulse. I think that, I don't know, this talks about like sexual impulse too. So you might resonate with like him reaching out to you in a sexual way or wanting things from you in a sexual way. And maybe you feel like if you resonate with this, if this makes sense to you, you might feel like a lot of times that he's just reaching out to you for those things. You're like, what? But what else though? The Knight of Wands is kind of like the fuckboy of the tarot. It's like the zodiac, or the not the zodiac, the like the player fuckboy energy. I don't know what else you want to call it, but it's that energy of like they want the bare minimum. They want the maximum from you with giving the bare minimum. Lots of Knight energy here. I say keep making him work for it, honestly. The King of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups, or the Eight of Pentacles, is making me feel like you've kind of done the switch up on him. Now he's having to pursue you, and that probably feels really good. He's still here for a good time. I don't know what else he's offered to you. Oh, hey, Shamika. Yeah, absolutely. So I started about 6 minutes ago. So if you want to scroll back, but I will put your timestamp in the comments for you. So Shamika, he's still here for fun. He's still here for a good time. If this relationship is sexual in nature, I think he's still here for that too. But overall, he's missing you and he's wondering what the hell is going on. So that is what I have for you, Shamika. I will timestamp your reading in the comments. But if you want to scroll back to the beginning, all you have to do is go back about 6 minutes or so, is roughly when I started for you. All right, so next up I agree, Shamika. I think that's honestly for the best. Aporva, my lists are closed, girl. My lists are closed for the night. If you go to Rising Storm Tarot, she comes in here a lot for readings with me. She's really good. And she does all of the signs, energy reads. And she does them every week. So you might want to check out Rising Storm Tarot and see if maybe you can find a general that you're looking for. Shamika, thank you so much for your donation and stopping by. I hope that you get some sleep tonight. All right, next up we have Rocky's World. Rocky's World, we're starting at 210. Why did it take Roberto so long to answer my text? He mentions that it was a long day for him, but I don't know. All right, so I asked if he was having a hard day, and I did get a yes. So I do feel like he was being honest with you about his long day or his hard day, what he mentioned to you. I think the fact that he mentioned you, or he responded to you as quickly as he did, even though for you it didn't feel like a long time. I mean, it didn't feel like a short time. You felt like it was a long time. The fact that he did respond to you when he did does show that he cares still. I know this is probably hard for you because you're probably thinking to yourself, like, I deserve more quick response. I deserve more immediate response. That's, to me, to you, that probably feels inconsiderate of him to not communicate with you, no matter what kind of day he has had. And for you, that could feel like a sign of disrespect, or just, like I said, general inconsideration. You're welcome, Aporva. Definitely check her out. She's really good. So for you, you're thinking this is like a sign of disrespect or inconsideration. And I 100% am with you on that. I think that if a guy wanted to, he would. If he wanted to make time for you or make sure that you knew you were important to him, he would. And it doesn't matter how hard of a day he's had, you should be the one thing he's looking forward to. You should be the one thing that's helping him through that hard day. So I can understand how, from your perspective, if you're feeling this way, it could just feel like an excuse. I will say it's not just an excuse. He really did have a long day. And maybe he wanted to dedicate time to you and give energy to you when he knew that he would be able to. And maybe next time, you should say next time, even if all you can do is say goodnight to me, I would appreciate that over no communication at all. Because at least that makes me feel like even though you've had a long day, you still care. And if he's willing to hear you on that and he cares about you, he will make that change. But he might just process differently than you do. He might, when he has a hard day, he might want to retreat. And when you have a hard day, you might want to communicate about it. So it just really depends on his personal style and what he had going on. I will say that it's possible that that he is telling the truth. I feel like I'm leaning towards him telling the truth and being honest. You have the Wheel of Fortune, the Lovers, the Empress, the King of Swords. So there is this, I don't know, maybe this feeling of desire to grow with you or something. But I think that, so for example, Rocky, sorry, the messages are all over the place. But for example, if you were communicating and you said something to him and he took too long to respond and you waited a little bit and then you were like, hey, hope everything's okay. And then he like doesn't say anything for a long time, and then you're like ... and then like a couple hours later you're like question. And like I don't know how your responses were, so I don't want to assume, but there's something here about like multiple messages coming in from you. Like you were sending him a lot. And I think for him it might have just been like he just started to shut down. I don't know, and only you do. Only you and him know what actually happened. But I feel like him shutting down for some reason, like getting your message and shutting down. So I don't know what exactly that's about. He had a lot going on in his mind, and I do feel like he retreated. So overall, Rocky, I feel like you can trust what he said, that it was a long day. But I would agree with you if you're feeling like he at least should have messaged you once and said goodnight and checked in with you at least and said, hey, I had a long day, we can talk about it later, at least to make you feel like you were being considered in that moment. 100% support that and agree with that. But it's also important here that you understand that people process hardships differently. And I don't think it was anything personally against you at all, but only you can judge what you feel you deserve and what you feel is best. So that is what I have for you, Rocky. That's where I'm going to leave it. And let me double check. I'm pretty sure that was all of my readings for today. Yep, that was everything. So yeah, I got through my whole list today, guys. So with Rocky being my last reading of the night, that is where I'm gonna leave this live stream. But if you're here and you've been hanging out, thank you so much for the views. If you're on your way out, please make sure you like this live stream. I really appreciate it. And I'm gonna go ahead and sign off now really quickly. You will not see me tomorrow, most likely, unless it's like some miracle, but I would bet all the money to my name that I won't be on tomorrow. We've got a lot of stuff to do and get done. Fingers crossed you'll see me Friday, and I will talk to y'all next time. Bye, guys.